Okay, real life situation just occurred that you guys hear Jared Williams talk about a lot. Never itemize a bill for a customer. Never. So I just sent a bill out to a customer for $27,000. And it was for a slab leak on a 2-inch water line that happened to be 7 feet deep under like a sidewalk outside of a big commercial building. Okay, this is a brand new customer to me. This is my first job for him. This job was actually a really, I don't know if you guys ever had to like try to locate a broken 2-inch line that's 7 feet deep. And I'm not talking like a leak, like a pinhole or something. I'm talking separated. It was a mother bitch to locate this thing. And it was a really difficult process. It was a giant climbing gym where people like rock climb at. And I mean, it's like a 20,000, 50,000, I mean, huge facility. And they had no water for days. And like, we did a really good job for them. I mean, obviously the best we could with a very difficult situation. And so I sent the invoice yesterday, 27,000 some odd dollars. And which is a pretty high invoice, it's not a cheap job. And then the customer just called me now, and he's like, "Hey, man, I really appreciate the breakdown on that invoice, all the pictures. That was really helpful. Like, that was really great of you to do." But he's like, "The only thing is corporate wants to know if we can get this itemized." Okay, no big deal. Like, to me, is like I don't see why you would want to make an issue about that, right? Like everybody knows that your business is there to make a profit. Everybody understands that, like, it's not, like that there's. Like, so I had a dig crew on this who had to, like, remove concrete and dig down, and they tunneled like 10 feet under this bitch. It was like, I really should have went on site to get video, because it would have been a pretty cool video. This excavation it was more than 10-foot tunnel. And it was 7.5 feet deep and like 8 feet wide. Like, it was massive, man. And so it's a big job, but I have no problem breaking it down. Like, hey, excavation company, X amount of dollars. Leak location, this amount of dollars. Materials, this amount of dollars. Repair of the pipe, and labor involved in all this amount of dollars. And like, it just doesn't bother me. You know what I mean? Like, I think, like, if it bothers you to break down your estimate, your price itself, you're not comfortable with it. You don't think it's something you can justify, right? Like, I have no issue telling these people exactly how much every phase of this was, and I'm not breaking it down into like, okay, well, here was what my gross cost was. This is what my net profit should be. I'm not doing that on it. I'm not telling them what my guys are making per hour, but I'm saying this is how much the labor was for this. This is how much this contractor was. It just doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me for me to say, like, yeah, and I'm marking up the cost on this contractor. You know what I mean? Like, when I'm paying over 10 grand for somebody and you're going to pay me back 30 days later, I'm obviously going to mark that up. Why would I cover it? You know what I mean? So, like, I just don't have an issue. And I don't even tell them, like, I tell the customer the marked up price that, like, is what I'm charging them for the excavation crew. So that's my thoughts on not breaking your bids down. It's not like I just, like, obviously here, like y'all saw, like I didn't even give this customer a bid. This was an emergency call, and like, these people were they didn't trust the plumbing company they used, and so they reached out to the property management company, who were like, no, call the brass man. Like, he will give you a fair deal. And like, I promise me, boys, that price of 27,000, I gave them a sweetheart deal. I would typically do this job for about like 32 to 34. So this $27,000 I charged them was a really good deal. But and that came from a referral from this property management company. It was like, no, trust me, this guy, he'll do you right. He'll find it, fix it, and be thorough. And we did an amazing job. And I have no problem now that I've sent that invoice off and we're already waiting on payment, as of yesterday, adjusting that invoice at the bottom, itemizing it. So tell me what y'all think. Maybe I'm wrong. Bye.